Imagine making close to $30,000 in real withdrawals in just 5 months for doing nothing. And now imagine sitting on nearly $1 million in funding to trade with. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's real. And today I'm showing you exactly how it's done. So Jake, you're the trader behind these insane results. Take us back 5 months. Could you have ever pictured yourself in this position right now?
I've always thought long term, but I didn't think it'd happen so soon, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, NextGen has made it so much easier for me because obviously I've been manual trading beforehand, but with NextGen it's just made everything so much quicker.
What made it quicker and easier using NextGen? Tell the viewers the difference between the two and why it's got you here, but manual trading hasn't.
Well, firstly, there's no emotions involved in it, so it's going to take any valid trade without you hesitating or thinking about it. You're not going to miss any trades. It's working for you overnight. Obviously, if you're asleep, you're not going to be taking trades, are you? And you can diversify as well. There's so many different symbols and stuff you can trade. And if you're a manual trader, you may think, "Oh, I'm not going to touch that. I wouldn't know how to work on my lot size, for example."
Yeah.
But it's all done for you. And especially with gold recently, like it's just been pumping, and even in the group, it's passed so many challenges for people.
Oh, it has. We wouldn't have. There's no way manually we would have been able to catch all of those trades.
No, and in the back of your mind, you'd be thinking, "Oh, it's new to all-time high. It's not going to go any higher than this." And NextGen's keep on buying, and manual trades make you think, "Oh, I'm going to sell from here because it's just been pumping
It's not going
for
to go
way
any
too long."
higher.
Yeah, it's not going to go any higher. But yeah, that's the beauty of NextGen, really.
Yeah, there's no emotion. So let's get to these withdrawals. So be honest with me. What was your first thought when you had that first payout hit your bank account?
I was just happy really because it's something I've been working towards for so long. I put in so many hours and invested a lot of my own money. And to finally get there it was it was very good.
So we're not just looking at one payout, are we, for $30,000? We're looking at consistent payouts of. So you sent me all of your certificates, which will now be shown on the screen. So we're looking at like $2,000, $4,000, some at $900. So which one of those meant the most to you and hit the hardest emotionally?
Probably the 4,500 payout. As on my 125k FTMO account, which is it was about 4% before the split. And realistically, 4% is quite achievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
On an account that size with 90% profit split, it was a nice payout.
It was also close to a special day as well, wasn't it?
Yes, it's close to my son being born. It was, yeah, very
I
close.
thought that might have been the case. I remember you sending me the certificate, and you were still in hospital, weren't you?
Yeah, I think I was. It's not bad getting paid in hospital.
Imagine doing absolutely nothing and getting paid like $4,500, just sitting there watching your little boy be born.
Yeah, that's great.
It's pretty insane. So okay, so when you first started NextGen, did you think that you were going to scale to, like, you are on the edge of $1 million right now, this quickly? And did you also believe that you could turn the challenge into a normal income stream to potentially get you out of work?
I knew I'd get there at some point, but to get there this quickly was pretty insane. And for a while I was stacking challenges. So like every month or so I'd buy a new one every month, and I'd build up my my challenges. I had about 500 or 600k in there. And then I had this one crazy month and I passed like 3 or 4 of them all in 1 month. So as I went through that period with all them challenges and I didn't fail any of them, it did like dent my confidence massively with the system.
I bet it did. And you're doing one-to-ones as well. I know we mentioned on the last podcast about that, but
Hmm.
you've been able to evidence that this software does work has
Yeah.
also helped you out with helping other members, put you out
I've really
there.
enjoyed doing that side of it as well.
What do you enjoy most about helping the other members? Because the members that you've been doing one-to-ones with are now passing challenges and taking withdrawals.
Yeah, Ryan, he was one of my first ones, and he's a funded trader now. He's just signed his contract agreement, so
Oh
he's
wow.
over the moon with it.
Okay, okay. So other people, right, that are not NextGen members are going to watch this and think there's no way this is possible, which is a question that we get quite often or comments. So what has reality been like for you? What has this extra income meant for your life?
Well, see, I've just had my first son, my first baby. He's just been born. So having him here has really put everything into perspective for me. It's made me I've always known that I don't really work forever, and this is just made me want to accelerate the process even more. Because obviously I want to watch him grow up, and if I'm at work 8 hours a day, I'm going to miss a lot of that. And
Yeah, yeah.
when you're earning more money doing this, which is much more enjoyable, easier because it's hands-free. I do nothing at the moment. I'm making my strategies and stuff.
You've taken like nearly $30,000 for what, an hour or so in the evening when you first
Yeah,
started, like obviously consistently,
yeah,
but
you got to be consistent still. But yeah, having it do it for you, it's sort of it seems too easy.
I
And
know, I know. You think people go to work and they're doing 40 hours a week for not even 30,000 a year,
it's a
which isn't
lot
a
I'm
bad
earning.
salary, by the way. But
Yeah,
for the sake of us doing absolutely nothing and making this money, how has that changed? How has that changed your outlook on what you want to do and where's next for Shaky Jake?
definitely wanting to be creating work. That's all I can say. I don't want to be doing that anymore. But it's not something you want to rush into because if you're relying purely on trading, then it just puts a lot more stress on things. Say you have a bad month, which will happen because that's
Uh-huh.
trading for you. Um, and you're thinking, oh, I've got bills to pay, and oh, when I'm going to get my money in next, that's the thing with trading. Like you have these good months where you do make a lot of money, and then you may not make money for a month or so. So you, yeah, it's definitely not something you want to rush into. But where I've been trading for a while now, like none of that bothers me. Yeah, I've been through like multiple market cycles. I know how my mindset works throughout these market
Yeah.
cycles and everything.
I think that's key, isn't it? Mindset.
Mm.
You are so focused and driven. So you are literally 3% off getting one million
Hmm.
dollars, like $1
Yeah,
million in funding. What is the next target? Are you going to go up in 500,000, or are you just going to go straight for another million? And when do you want that by?
um, I haven't really thought about that to be honest. So I'm running out. As I said, I'm running out of prop firms to use because I can't.
Getting max funded.
Yeah, so I'm maxed out FTMO, so I can't get any more with them. So it'd just be TGS. And you can only get one challenge at a time of the same size. So it'd just be 250Ks and 100Ks at the same time. So I think half a mil, 1.5 mil will be my next goal, definitely.
And when do you reckon you'll have that done by? I personally reckon you'll have it
Uh,
done by Christmas, but
Christmas, yeah, I reckon I could do it by Christmas. We'll
yeah,
have
and
to see.
then
Yeah,
just
end of the year is
start.
normally good as well.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's finish this up then. So, what has been your biggest lesson in the last 5 months? Because obviously, doing the challenges, your mindset was on point,
Mm.
but then you started taking withdrawals. So, during that time, what has been your biggest lesson to keep yourself focused?
Uh, well, to be honest, the way I dealt with challenges was I'd treat them exactly the same as a funded account. So when I did get my funded account, it was like no
Uh-huh.
different. So like I'd have a drawdown plan in place, and some people I get why they do it, but they'll just do 1% the whole way, pass or fail, which I do get. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'd use my drawdown plan on the challenges, and
Uh-huh.
so when it came to doing the funded accounts, it's just yeah second nature. So like I've had a challenge for like over a year now, so that definitely helped. And having like been in drawdown as well, like I've been in drawdown before. When you go into drawdown, you come out of it. You go into
Yeah.
drawdown, you come out again. Like you're going through these cycles. It just doesn't phase you anymore.
You've got we can't be winning all the time, otherwise we'll all have millions and millions. But it's those that get over the 500,000 mark, I find, are the ones that have their mindset on point. And
Yeah.
there will still be days where you make a mistake. There'll be days where you're feeling low because you've gone into drawdown, but it's what you do to get yourself out of that. So
Yeah, I think a lot of people panic when they go into drawdown, but as long as you manage your risk correctly, you know, I've always
what's the worst that will
got out
happen?
drawdown. Well, you just go again, don't you?
Exactly.
But
And that's
a
the
lot,
second you get that is the second that
yeah,
you
I think a lot of
know.
people get like emotionally attached to their challenges. But the way a lot of people's mindsets are that they'll get one challenge and then if it fails, I'll buy another one. But the way I see it is, if you're just going to buy another one anyway, why not reduce the risk on that one and buy another challenge anyway?
Yeah. Yeah,
And
yeah,
then you
yeah.
end up stacking them. And then when you do have that good run, you just pass in all of them like all at one hit. So that's what I
That's
done anyway.
exactly what you did. And
Mm.
that was a pretty cool moment.
It
I
was
remember you messaging me
January.
saying, this has just happened. And then you had all the past. So what one bit of advice, like really short, would you give to traders who are struggling right now?
um, you know, these challenges like there's always you can just buy another one. So like don't over leverage. I know these 200k challenges and stuff, they seem appealing, but only buy what you're happy to lose. And I know, you know, so I mentioned about people just doing 1% until they fail it. For me, if you're like half your drawdown, so say 100k account, you get to 95k, just half your risk, and it's just so much better for your mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it will take longer to get out, but it keeps your account safe. And then once you're past 95k, obviously
Yeah.
increase your risk. And that's what you taught me ages ago, that drawdown
And it's
plan. And
worked,
that's
hasn't
what
it?
it was a
Look at
treat,
us.
yeah.
We're both sitting on over $1 million in funding, and that
Profitable and
we've
both of them
just been
to quit
consistent.
work.
Yeah, we've just been consistent. So, right, guys, Jake's results speak for themselves. Over $30,000 in withdrawals in just 5 months, and remember, he is 3% off $1 million in funding, and that's all done hands-free using NextGen. So, if you're watching this and you are thinking, "Could I do this too?" Well, the answer is yes. Click the link in the description below. Get on a call, message me or Jake on Instagram, and we'll give you some information about how it works. But Jake, thank you so much for coming on again. And there's going to be a new style to the podcast, so we're going to see you a lot more, which I know a lot of people are really excited about.
Thank you for having me on.